Yes, you're in the new Providence, where niggas get to snapping like they got no common sense. When we approach with confidence, revoking confidence. His offense slip enough to throw the hardest to the fence. The raw is what he is, you can't stop it like jail runs. And ain't no topping him, he's opposite of well done. Rare without care, put clocks on the line. Comfortable with my flow, it's like I got Crocs on my rhymes. No, record signs, fuck the
Watch. What's going on, world? It's your boy VO the Face F4, man. For them things. Y'all know what time it is. We 50% fuzz, 50% fantasy football, and 100% facts. I'm here with my guys. My guy. What's going on, Jay Reeves the Gambler?
F4, baby, kicking down your goddamn door.
You already know what time it is, and that time is for us to give you the time of the day, which is also the time that I should just introduce my other guest host, man. What's going on, Silly C, with the numbers?
F4, baby, kicking down your door.
It's your boy.
Boy.
You know what time it is. Silly C, let's get this popping. I'm already ice shaking over here. I better stop before we start podding, man. Let's get it popping, man. It is time for us to run those lines, man. We on a double pod day, so we going to give them to you early, man. Let you know what bets to get in and what lines to jump on early. We're going to start with some teams, man, in the NFL. And we're going to get it in. And those two teams that we're going to start with is the Arizona Cardinals visiting Jacksonville, Florida, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They currently got this line sitting at -7.5. I'm telling you right now, guys, this is the time to jump on this line. I think Arizona wins by 10. Jacksonville is in a real low state right now, so go ahead and jump on Arizona Cardinals. They flying high.
Yeah, man, the Cardinals have been balling. You see the Jaguars' defense is pretty substantial, but Cody, what do you think they'll be able to do anything against Kyler Murray? Or is it just his time right now?
No, I think it's just not Lawrence's time, and Murray's a beast. Too much for him. Arizona coverage spread easy.
Yeah, I mean, two number one picks facing off a chunky spread line. I'm just going to always bet on black. We're going to go Kyler Murray in this case. We're going to take Kyler Murray with the points. We'll go into the next game. And it is Indianapolis Colts going against the Tennessee Titans. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
When this line first came out, it was -5. It got pushed up to -5.5. I think by game time, we'll be sitting at an even -7. I don't know if you guys heard, but Carson Wentz, 2 sprained ankles.
Yeah.
I don't know how many more ankles.
How many feet he got? He got 2, so 100% sprained ankle.
100% sprained ankle. That does not sound good for that man playing on Sunday. I'm taking Tennessee Titans to Derrick Henry. These fools.
Man, if they can stick to the game plan that they stuck to against Seattle, Vrabel got to be tough on that OC over there, and he's got to tell him to lean on Derrick Henry because he showed you he could take that workload. I'm going to take Tennessee Titans in this game. Silly C, what say you?
Oh man, this one's one I kind of want to stay away, but after seeing Derrick Henry last week, yeah, Titans.
Yeah, mini rebound game for Jonathan Taylor in this one. Johnny Carson, man. You see anything for him, Jay Reese?
I don't know, man. It's been looking real grim for your boy Johnny Carson, man. I don't know if I believe in him too much.
Man, he's quickly falling down the rankings, but it's only 2 weeks, and he can always get that average right back up. He seemed like a player that catches steam in the later season, so we'll see if that's a trend he continues on, or if he just falls all the way off the
He
plane.
can't lose his job to Etienne.
Yeah, well, Etienne. Etienne. All right, then that brings us to our next game. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens going against the Detroit Lions. Cody, what is your point spread saying on that one?
That one I have Baltimore -7.5. That one's kind of a hefty spread, but after seeing them in Kansas City and Detroit, crumble last night, or last week, I'm definitely going with Baltimore.
Jay Reeves, one of your fantasy team names is biting off them kneecaps, man. You think Detroit will be able to bite off them kneecaps and cover that chunky line?
Not at all. They're about to get pooped on by the Ravens. They really stepped up against KC last week. I think they may have gotten things rolling. So I'm gonna go with Baltimore. I would go Baltimore minus 14 on these clowns.
Man, well, I'm actually going to go Baltimore with the over too. I could see it being close early and then just like a late touchdown or a field goal to put us over. So it'll be a bad beat for the people that go Detroit with the points. We're all in agreement. We're going Baltimore. WTF with the WFT, man. Traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Where has Chase Young and that Washington football team defense been? So, why are you typing the group chat, Silly C? Jay Reeves, where's that WFT football defense been?
Well, they have currently been on my fantasy team, even though nobody cares, but extremely letting me down. With that being said, man, they got Buffalo at minus 8.5. And I want to go ahead and drop in a props to the ops right here. I felt like we talked about this guy already, but we will never talk about him again in the props to the ops segment. Josh Allen, over 250 yards plus 3 touchdowns. Bio, what you think about that?
Man, them 3 touchdowns is the scary part for sure. Props with the yardage. 3 touchdowns is something he could do pretty simple. Something he was on pace to do week 1. Something he could have did last week. Something he will do this week. Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns. Props over 250 and 3 touchdowns. So you see, what do you think with that props or the ops?
Ooh, those 3 touchdowns was a little hefty. But if he can get what he got out of his defense last week, I think he's going to get 4 touchdowns easy. So he's the props.
Man, yeah, it should be a big get. Yeah, Cody always like to add a little cayenne. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Buffalo Bills to cover that line, too. I see the Bills winning by 3 field goals, 9 points. We'll push it into the next game. We got Jameis Winston. Is he going to be eating W's up in Gillette Stadiums? We're taking on mac and cheese in the New England Patriots. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They currently got this number sitting at minus 3.5. No, I'm sorry. It's minus 3 for New England. Jameis put up a real stinker last week. It was smelly out there on the field what he was putting down. And I think that Bill Belichick is going to really get in his head. I got New England minus 3.
Yeah, I mean, he could quickly revert back to that Tampa Bay 30 for 30 Winston, and that's what Peyton has always been nervous about. But Winston got to stay on his game because there is Taysom Hill, who they're paying a lot of money, sitting right behind him, and they'll pull the trigger and take him out if he's not able to produce, even behind a couple-game losing streak. I'm going to take the Patriots in this case in Gillette Stadium. Silly C, what say you?
Yeah, I don't know. After last week, Jameis really kind of let me down. But I still feel like he gives them a better chance than Taysom. I'm actually gonna take the I'm gonna take the Saints to win, cover the spread. I'm gonna be lone wolf.
Lone Wolf, you the dog catcher, man. You the dog catcher. Bang, 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 bang.
Bang, 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 bang.
Let's go into the next game. That is the Los Angeles Chargers visiting the licking their wounds Kansas City Chief. I seen Tyreek Hill was complaining. He was talking trash to all those Ravens players that was talking bad to him after they beat him last night, man. What did you guys think about that game? And what, more importantly, Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying about this game?
They got this sitting at minus 6.5 for KC. What I think about that game is it broke my heart in my pockets a little bit. They had Tyreek Hill on lockdown. They actually had the formula for that, man. Travis Kelce was still able to get his, but no Tyreek Hill sighting in this game at all. I think KC, they're real bad at covering the spread, guys. So I'm like, come on.
Come
I'm taking
on.
KC. I'm taking KC minus 6.5.
Yeah, this is a smaller numbers that they should cover against a division rival. I could see Kansas City wanting to prove a point and winning by that. But I did see, like, I don't know, I don't want to build the narrative, but I definitely want to get that take out there, man. Patrick Mahomes, it looks wildly, man, when it's not working. When it is working, it's crazy because it's between two wide receivers and Kelsey's catching it and running for another 60 yards for the touchdown, man. But man, when it's like missing, man, he's just so lackadaisical with it. It just looks crazy, almost like he don't care. Honestly, he looks a lot like Drew Lock when he's incomplete. But when he completes them, nobody could do what Patrick Mahomes does, and that might be on his skill positions, but those will be enough to lead him to the 7-point victory against LA. Cody, what do you think about this spread?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't like it. It's kind of too much for me,
Hmm.
especially after the performance last week. I'm still really debating, and I really like the Chargers. I really hate the Chargers because I'm a Broncos fan, but I do feel that they're an up and coming team. I do think that KC wins this game, but I think it's by a field goal. So Chargers cover the spread.
All right, and then we could just speed through a few games coming up. We'll do the Chicago Bears visiting the Cleveland Browns. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
Minus 7.5 for the Cleveland Browns. I don't know, man. I'm not speeding through this game. This is my second team. Don't do that. Don't do that. With that being said, man, Justin Fields may be taking the fields this week, guys. Andy Dalton got a little banged up. I think they just want to get him up out of there. If Justin Fields plays this game and starts, it could get grisly, and it could get extremely out of hand. I'm going to have to take the Cleveland Browns minus 7.5.
Yeah, Cody, can you pull up Justin Fields on his daily fantasy so we can see like where they priced him and whatnot? Because if they priced him as a backup, he might have some real solid value in daily fantasy. I know Cody got the technology to do that. With that being said, in this game that I didn't want to talk about, but we're going to talk about it because Jay Reese likes to talk. I think the Bears are going to keep it close and cover with the points. I am going to pick Cleveland Browns to win this game, though. Silly C, what is it saying about Justin Fields' points price?
He's 7,400 on FanDuel and 5,900 on DraftKings and $26 on Yahoo.
Oh, so they got him like he's starting, huh?
Yeah, he's looking a little pricey.
What you think about that game, Cody?
I'm not really a fan of this one. This is one I would want to stay away. But I'm really kind of liking Cleveland's flow right now. They have a 1-2 punch that's kind of serious, and the receivers that can get it done outside of Beckham. I don't even know where he at. But with
He's
that being
hurt.
said, yeah,
Jarvis Landry's hurt. Plays on
yeah.
IR.
Oh, dang. Jarvis Landry is on the IR now, too. See, Chicago to win this game.
I'm changing my pick. I'm changing my pick as well. I take Chicago with the points, actually.
Oh, you guys, man, you guys ain't got no courage.
You're the dog catcher.
Y'all not do any research, man. Y'all didn't hear Jarvis got put on the IR today, man.
No,
I
I
think it's
missed
just a
that.
short term one, but I think we might see the beginning of Odell Beckham season this week upcoming, but still no Jarvis Landry, who's the heart and soul of the Cleveland Brown team. Jay Reeves, with your permission, I'd like to move fast to these next three games then.
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this number currently sitting at minus 3.5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to take Pittsburgh minus 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take Pittsburgh minus 3.5 at home.
Pittsburgh minus 3.5.
All right, the next game is the Atlanta Falcons going to New York to play the New York Giants. Silly C.
Oh, this one is very interesting. I see that it's currently sitting at
Minus 3 for the Giants.
-3 for the Giants. Yeah. I don't know. The Giants is looking a little tough than I would think. I'm gonna say Giants cover spread.
In this particular game, I'm going to go with the Giants -3. Falcons are not looking good. Giants. What am I saying? I'm gonna go for with Mike Ryan to get his first dub. I
Yeah,
actually
didn't you
predict
do
a
that
big
last
game.
week?
Yeah, nah, yeah, I know, but no, I didn't. Well, I went with him to cover. I didn't say dub. This week, I'm gonna go as far as to saying dub. He will beat one of the worst teams in the NFC least. He's a better quarterback than David Jones or Daniel Jones. See, I don't even know his name, so why should you? I'm gonna go with Matt Ryan, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, and the boys to go handle their thing. You give me the points, I'm going to give you my money. Atlanta Falcons. Oh, big game by Mike Davis too, because the Giants are susceptible to the run.
Atlanta +3.
Did you give me water? All right, Atlanta +3. All right, word. Well, we'll go to the next game. Miami Dolphins visiting Las Vegas on the Strip. We got the Raiders and the Dolphins. So, Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They currently got this game sitting at -3.5. We got to slow it down on this one, man, because what's going on with the Raiders, man?
Oh no,
What's
man.
going on with the Raiders, man? Somebody talk to me, man.
I don't want to talk about it, man. You know what? I think they're pretenders, man. I think Pittsburgh is not a great team, even though they beat a team that had high hopes in week one, which was the Bills. They really kind of showed who they were in week two. I'm not trying to, man, they beat some good teams. Like they beat Baltimore, they beat Pittsburgh. They're doing their job. They're beating the teams on their schedule. Tua Tagovailoa is not going to be in this game. I think he got hurt. We're getting more and more quarterback injuries. I believe they got Jacoby Brissett starting. I'm gonna go the Raiders to move to 3-0.
Man, I'm gonna have to take the Raiders -3.5. This is kind of looking like a snowball effect, man. They got two real tough teams out of the way. Jacoby Brissett coming into town. He looks terrible last game, so hopefully that boy get his practice up. But the Raiders is moving, man.
Yeah, man. Silly C, what say you?
I just can't do it.
You look disgusted.
The Raiders -3. That's enough.
All right, keep it pushing it to the next game. And fuck the Raiders. I'm just going to say, man. But we're going to a much better team. We got the Denver Broncos opening up in Power Field at Mile High, hosting the New York Jets. We got Teddy Bridgewater versus Zach Wilson. We got one amazing team against another mediocre team. But can the Broncos keep pace with the Raiders and go to 3-0 as well? Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying? Ooh, that's a chunky line. That's a chunk. That shit heavy.
Heavy. That's actually the fattest number on the board. They got the Broncos -10.5, getting a whole lot of respect here, man. I don't know, man. Did you guys see the last game the Jets played? They look real terrible. Not taking off.
Have you seen the last 32 games the Jets have played? Have you seen the last 48 games the Jets have played? Have you? Yes, they look bad
They
all the
got
time.
Bradford up out of there. They got Darnold up out of there. I mean, how many more are they gonna get up out of there?
I mean, Cody? Do you even know who their starting quarterback is?
No.
Jay Reese.
All right. Zach Wilson. But
Zach Wilson, yeah. Oh, he got bullied last week.
Yeah,
he
it
got
was
murdered.
A lot of the young guns, man. A lot of the young guns caught some lumps last week. I think it was a parental guidance moment for a lot of them. Even Justin Fields, for what he got in the game, he kind of took some lumps as well. But who are you guys taking in this game? I think, well, I'll just tell you, man, 10.5 points. Damn. I'll take the Broncos covering that because I don't see the Jets as playing competent NFL football.
We play down to competition, so I don't see us covering it, but I do see the dub. Call it there.
All right.
Jay Reese, and you went with the Broncos?
Man, the New York Jets should be more like the New York Spirit Airlines, one of the worst airlines out there. There's nothing jet life about them. I'm taking the Broncos to cover the heavy number.
Man, so that's all of us in agreement except for Cody. You took the Jets with the points, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, you the
It's a little
dog
too
catcher.
heavy.
Dog catcher. And that's a shameful one to do against your home team. We're just gonna shun you.
I didn't choose them to lose.
Well, we'll let them know that. I'll call and let them know that. At least
If
you
they
didn't
don't
pick
cover,
them to
if they
lose.
don't cover the spread, they didn't win. As far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
oh yeah, that's what we talk here, man. Well, let's go into the next game. We got the Seattle Seahawks. We got the Minnesota Vikings. We got Russ versus Kirk. Who you taking, Jay Reeves, and what is Vegas saying?
They got this number. This is weird. Because they're playing in Minnesota, they got this number sitting at a pick'em. It's -1.5 for the Seattle Seahawks. This seems like a knee-jerk reaction just because they lost a close one to the Tennessee Titans, which is a pretty good team, by the way. I don't know, man. Let me drop my props or ops up in here. Tyler Lockett. The
That
boy
boy is
T.
lighting the league on
Boy,
fire.
he
In
fizzled.
fuego.
He been.
I got him
Fuego.
in 3 of my leagues, just to let y'all know.
He just
No.
props.
Hey,
I didn't
Cody,
even
who
got
do
to
you
put my
got in
number
the
after
fourth
props.
league? Who do you got
Tell
in
me
the
when.
fourth league?
Tell me when to stop when he's not the props. I had the number sitting at 72.5. So he's props there.
Props.
85.5.
Props.
93.5.
I
Push.
say props. I think he's
I'll
gonna get
push
another
that.
buck.
I'm gonna say props. 104.5.
Ops.
Props. What y'all thinking about?
I'm
He
gonna
just
go.
catching
I'm
bull
gonna
balls out there. He the props
Yeah,
all day. And Seattle's winning that game. I don't know why they got only -1.5. So yeah, that's I'm getting angry. I'm about to go bet it right now.
yeah. Make sure you run and bet it up right now, man. 100 yards. Go ahead and parlay that with a Seahawks win. Reminder to everybody: the Vikings have one of the worst pass defense in the NFL. I think they're ranked 31st against opposing quarterbacks in fantasy. So
Cover 0.
start Russ in your fantasy leagues and let Russ cook. I'm going to take the Seahawks in this game as well. I'm also. Well, I guess we did the props and ops. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Seahawks. Silly, see who you taking.
In this one, yeah, let Russ cook. Seahawks.
All right, we push it into the next one. Man, I told this fool Christian give me a glass of ice water. This fool got me like a glass of ice. I'm like trying to drink it. I gotta keep muting it because it's like hitting me in the face. And I'll come back with a bloody nose one of these times. I'll be like, what happened to him? I don't know. At least I have some ice to
Nice
kind
to
of
put
keep
on it.
yeah, keep down the swelling. We'll go into the Sunday night game, which is the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. He's not on my team, says Jay Reeves. Takes on the 49ers on Sunday Night Football in the Bay. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got San Francisco sitting at -3.5. And San Francisco put out some real bad film versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, man. This is a tough one. Now, I know I did say I cut Aaron Rodgers, but listen, man, he's still that dude. I told you he was going to have a monster performance, a blow-up game. He did all that. He still looked shaky in that game, man. He still wasn't looking like Aaron Rodgers.
He did. I saw that too.
If you guys notice, Aaron Rodgers was real nimble on his feet. Now it seems like whenever he's getting pressure circled around him, he looks panicked and confused. Listen, I'm gonna take San Fran -3.5.
I'm actually going to take Green Bay on the road. They haven't played San Fran. They just hasn't been a matchup that's matched up well with Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur. But I think they cracked the code this time and crack the San Francisco cheeks on this one. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Packers in that one. And Silly C, what are you saying?
Yeah, it's not too much even to be said. After last week's performance, Packers all day.
Any type of repeat performance from Aaron Jones, obviously 4 touchdowns a lot, but obviously he's a primetime player. Any type of repeat performance you thinking, Jay Reese?
Aaron Jones is that dude. I can see him having two touchdowns in this game. Easy.
Man, I would definitely put him on a pace to be on some type of record-breaking pace. Silly C, you're the numbers guy. What do you think about Aaron Jones? How you think he's performing this game?
I don't see 4 touchdowns from him. I could
That's a
see
bold take.
I
Hot
could
take.
see
Hot
I could
take.
see I could see maybe 2 touchdowns from him, and I'll be lucky. I could see 4 from Aaron Rodgers though, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers shows that he likes to use him in a multitude of ways, and this is going to bring
Not
us
playing
to
Dusty like that though.
our Monday night football game, which is Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They got this number sitting at is -3.5. -3.5 for the Dallas Cowgirls. Dallas going back home. A real impressive win on the road versus the Chargers. Divisional matchup. I'm taking Dallas in this. Dallas -3.5. Let that star shine, man.
All right, there we go, man. And that was the weekly games, and we're gonna go into our first fantasy game of the week, and that is the LA Rams taking on the Tampa Bay
Let's
Buccaneers. We're gonna bring it
go.
home with this one. Let's give it some energy, guys. You out there with me, Silly C?
What up? Hey,
All
let's
right, man.
go!
Let's get this one going. We'll push this last segment in. It's a double pod night, man. I know we weren't there. Let's push through this. Silly C got some positional power plays for us. But let's get into the narrative behind this fantasy game of the week. We got Matthew Stafford. We got Tom Brady. We got Mike Evans. We got Cooper Kupp, who is balling. We got Bobby Trees. We got Antonio Brown. We got Henderson, who's becoming a factor, and the question mark of a backfield that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let us help us sort through this. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They currently got this game sitting at a pick'em. It is -1.5 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's so much to discuss in this game, man. So let's get to fussing.
All right, man. Well, I mean, as far as that one goes, man, I think I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay on the road. They'll go to 3-0 and give LA their first loss. Um, uh, A lot of cities are tough to travel to for a lot of teams. Tom Brady is a veteran quarterback, and he is Hollywood. He's going to go to Tinseltown and take it over this week. Him and Gronk are going to have a great time. Gronk is out there telling the Manning brothers, I don't even watch tape. I just run by people. That's what he said. That's what he said. Now we all know it was just satire, and he probably does watch tape, but he also run by people. Gronk with 4 touchdowns on the season. Say he gets his 5th this week. And Tom Brady has another big game, keeping up an MVP type season. It's got to be between Kyler and Tom Brady. I'm going to take Tom Brady in this game, and I'm leaning Tom Brady in the MVP vote early, obviously early season. Cody, why are you looking like you're looking through my peephole right now? What's up, man? Who at your door? Who at your door? You was up in there. You. I see you looking at me.
What you looking at?
All right, go ahead, cook it out, silly.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, this is. You ready?
Nigga, is you ready? Oh man, let me put on one of these real quick. That's how your brain works. Nigga. Let's get this nigga like 5 seconds to like build up. You good? All right,
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead,
good.
Silly C. What's your take on the game of the week?
The game
You
of the
must
week.
have got that power.
No, it's
That nigga got that power.
Whoa!
yeah, I don't know.
Henry, say something.
Man, there's a lot of
What happened?
storylines going on here, man.
There's a
Daryl
ton.
Henderson got a little banged up with his ribs. Oh, now Cody want to talk.
That's how you do you, boy. Yeah, no, there's a ton of storylines going on. I really think right now that this is going to be a huge game. Now, I got my quarterback, obviously, that's on my team, Mr. Stafford. The hell with the other one, but it's going to be beast mode. I'm looking for big games, both from Woods and Cup. So we'll just see.
Yeah, it should be a big fantasy game. And I'm sorry, I was watching this Tom Segura stand up that your whole little just your whole interaction just remind me of. But we're gonna push it into he was talking about how kids are as storytellers. It just made me think of your take. But let's push it into the positional power play, silly C.
Oh, you're not
Let's
gonna
make
let Jay Reese talk about that game at all?
all right, now we'll
You're
let you
wasting
talk,
so much
silly.
time.
Share your screen for the
I
position
would
power
have
plays.
let I'd have let
Degrees,
him
give me your
go.
take. I'm sorry, I'm all over the map, man. We'll wear it thin. Let's keep it going.
Ah, man, Daryl Henderson got banged up, little bruised rib injury, man. Sony Michelle may be taking over that backfield. I don't know if you guys seen it, man, but of course you've seen it. Cooper Kupp. The best part of waking up is a little Cooper Kupp, man. Oh,
Man.
he has been cooking. I thought my boy Robert Woods would be the one to do it, man, but Robert Woods is getting smoked by Cooper. Robert Woods needs to get in on those breakfasts with Matthew Stafford. Like, what are you doing, bro? Bring the bacon and the donuts or something. It's
Yeah.
looking real bad for him out there. Tom Brady is phenomenal. I can't believe this man is that old and just still slinging the rock. He is currently on pace to throw for about 60 touchdowns this year, guys. This game is about to be a slapper. Definitely going over the number. I feel by the time this game gets kicked off, a lot of sharp money is going to be going on the Rams, and the Rams would be favored -1.5. I'm taking the Rams on mine, man. I'm jumping on it now on the money line. Why it's +100.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Buccaneers. Think you're wrong with that, but we'll see where Silly C is landing on these positional power plays. Are we doing another seven?
Now we're gonna do the top 10, and we'll do two positions.
All right.
All right, so we'll start with the quarterback position, and we're going to number 10. We got Daniel Jones, kind of lighten it up a little bit early. Team playing decent, get him in your lineup. Then number 9, we got Mr. Baker Mayfield. I like him a lot. Little pricey on FanDuel. DraftKings, okay. I don't really think he's gonna pay up to the price, so get him in your lineup. But I wouldn't say do it.
All right. Number eight.
And number 8, this is one of the ones that's kind of a little sleepy. His price right now, I think he definitely could exceed the expectation, but his last play in the first game really made it suspect. Even last game, he really didn't do too much. So get him in your lineup, but be cautious.
All
All
right.
right,
Roger.
Rodgers.
Then we got Russell Wilson, uh, beast
Mm-hmm.
mode all the time. Any time he has the rock, so get him in your lineup. He got two of the beast wide receivers, so yeah, he's always a threat.
Definitely.
And then we got Dak Prescott playing up this year since he's not down off his ankle. But yeah, get him in your lineup as soon as as soon as you can, and why he lasts. And number 5, we got Miss Tannehill. I don't trust him at all. Get him in your lineup if you want. That's enough.
All right. Next one.
And number 4, we got Kyler. Now he is a threat, little costly. So I'd only get him kind of boom bust, but a little costly. Get him in your lineup if you can.
Yeah, let's come low for Kyler.
Then we got Mr. Josh coming off of a game where he was just okay, but he's got that ability to rush the touchdowns a little bit more than Kyler. But he's stuck back with his pass. I like him a lot this week. Definitely get him in your lineup if you can. Number 2, we got Mr. Lamar, Mr. Jackson himself. Yeah, again, kind of pricey. I think there's a lot of quarterbacks you can get cheaper, but get them in your lineup if you can.
All right. Number one.
And obviously, everybody knows he's a little too costly. If you look, which one point I really want to take is from number 1 to number 10. the points from 19.86 to 22.68 really ain't that far. So really what you want to look definitely in any kind of daily fantasy football, you want to get them cheaper and ones that are just going to get there so you don't have to worry about too much. So again, I'd probably stay away from any of these higher priced players.
Definitely, man. That just comes into. Sorry, I'm getting a little echo. Let me kick out that screen. But yeah, that comes into your fantasy roster building when it comes to daily fantasy and season long. We do wish everybody luck. Moral of the story for the week going into week 3, Jay Reese.
Hey man, I just want to say, check your matchups. Definitely check your matchups and know who your people are playing against before you get them in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mike Davis against a bad running defense and Russell Wilson against a bad passing defense. Cody, moral of the story going into week 3?
Man, there's a lot of people that are bums out there, but one of them definitely has been AJ Brown. So that's my moral of the story.
Wow.
All right. Well, I mean, remember, this is episode 50% fuss, 50% fantasy, and 100% facts.